This is Rob from the Jacaranda Property Sales Office with another short story. You know, it's funny how we all start off on a journey from point A to point B, and our career paths change. And sometimes you have people that maybe go through colleges, universities, and they are trying to achieve a certain certificate so they can go for a particular job. And then you'll get people who are mothers who then all of a sudden become entrepreneurs, authors. You'll get people who have maybe been in the military who are now sort of top salespeople or networkers. And the message here is basically we have to change our personality, our characters, to move through the steps until you find what you're looking for. There's people in their 30s and 40s, you'll know them, who still do not know what they want to be. And my message here is we have to keep changing who we are, keep pushing forward, keep taking the steps necessary, and you will find your path. And this is a particular story about an accountant. And this accountant was 35 years in a job. The market had a crash, and all of a sudden they were laying off, making people redundant. And this accountant was made redundant. He was embarrassed. He never told his family after 35 years. And so every morning he used to get his suit on and his tie on. He used to go to work, wherever that was, and he used to come back home. Unknown to the family, he didn't have a job. He's looking in the newspaper, and there was his lucky break. There was a job in the paper that said, accountant required for the zoo. And so he went to the interview, and the interviewee had said to him, I'm really sorry, Mr. Accountant. We have just filled the place, and I'm so sorry about that. He says, however, we do have another job available if you're interested. The accountant is desperate. He's needing money. He needs to put food on the table. He needs to pay for his bills. He is in a square box. All he can think of is he is an accountant. What is the job? He says to the interviewer. He says, well, we are a zoo, and we have a star attraction that is ill, and we're not sure how we can replace it. And what it is we're looking for somebody who can act like a monkey. And so he says, what do you mean, act like a monkey? He says, well, we'll give you a monkey suit on, and all you have to do is do what this monkey does. And he entertains the crowds that come every day. They pay a fortune to come and see him. And he thought for a minute, I'm desperate. All I am is an accountant, but I have to make some money. I have to do something. He says, I'll do the job, no problem at all. So in he goes into the cupboard, and he puts his monkey suit on, and he goes into the enclosure for the monkeys. The guy says, have a great day. You'll get your wages at the end of the week. All you've got to do is be a monkey. The people start coming in, start seeing the monkeys, and all of a sudden, he feels like a monkey. He starts entertaining the kids and the families that come to see him. And he starts swinging around, all around the poles and the trees. He gets so excited and overexcited that he swings out of the tree and out of the enclosure, and he lands in a different enclosure. It's the lion enclosure. He looks around him, and there behind him is this enormous lion. The accountant in the monkey suit now has fear. And all of a sudden, he starts shaking the cage, and he starts shouting at the children and the families and saying, hey, I'm not a monkey. I'm not a monkey. I'm an accountant. And the lion taps him on the shoulder, and he says, hey, shut up, or we'll both get the sack. I'll tell you that story because sometimes you have to be something else, and sometimes fear will take over. And there are lots of people, including the monkey, including the lion, including the people that are in those costumes. We have to be something else. And yes, we're going to be challenged. Yes, we're going to get excited. Yes, we're going to have a little bit of success. But when we have failure, or what we think is failure, or what we think is fear that we can't do this, we can't revert back to what we once were, because we're moving backwards. We've got to keep moving forward with the business. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you with another story next Thursday.